It is November the 4th, 2024, and I want to welcome you all in. Welcome, 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 welcome to the challenge, the Level Up Challenge, the game of life. Wow, we are going to get ready to get started for the challenge, and this is actually day one of the challenge. Now, I want you all to get ready to just come on in and get yourself situated. We're not going to be here long, I promised, and I'm going to keep that promise and our commitment to the challenge for us to come on in so we can level up. I'm going to be giving you the Oracle's Guide on leveling up the game of life. Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome on in. Mega Miss Little, welcome in. Bridget is in the building. Welcome in. 7 grams is in the house. Welcome on in. Crown Me is in the house. Welcome in. Adrian the Great is here. We have Naughty So Natural in the house. Brittany S is in the building. Welcome on in. Cosmic Love is here. Davina is here. Priestess Donna Lee is in the house. BK Trainer is in the building. And Angelique. Listen, as you guys are coming on in, do me a favor, hit that like button. How are we doing today? I know y'all thought y'all caught me slipping, but not today. Now, whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to this in the download, I definitely want to make sure that, you like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that as well. But I want us to dive into the Oracle Guide of the game of life and how we can level up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is our Level Up Challenge. And we took the challenge. I took the challenge, of course, I should say that. And so you guys kind of called me out and I said, hey, if we can get these likes up to 300, then I'm going to be going live every single day of the challenge until November the 19th. So here we are on November the 4th. Let me know if you are ready to level up. Then I want you to put a crystal ball inside the blue room and let me know that you are ready to level up. And welcome on in. Let's hit that like button so we can let everybody know that we are live out there. Tremel, good to see you. Priestess Cinnamon, good to see you. Priestess Erica, good to have you in the building. Christine, good to see you as well. And as well, I think I forgot somebody. Alori in the building. Everyone coming on in. Wow. Cosmic Love, good to see you all. All right, let's get started. Let's get started on day one of the Oracle's Guides of Leveling Up Challenge. And I know we're so ready for this. So we're going to talk about day one, and here's something I want you to be working on, and it's not too late. So good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening. What we're going to be focusing on, and I want you all to keep this in mind, it's going to be a cumulative effect. So that means what the challenge is for day one, that you're going to carry that action through all the way until we get to day 19. And I got a big surprise for you on day 19, but we're going to stay here at day one. So grab a pen and a piece of paper if you can and take notes. If not, you can always come back and listen. In fact, that's what I want you all to do. You can even put this on in the background if you can't focus right now. But here we go for day one. Day one of the Level Up Challenge, the Oracle's Guide. And so the focus for today is all about raising your game in life. raising your game in life and how you can begin to do that mentally, physically, and spiritually. So these are going to be some steps. These are channeled steps that I have for you all that we're going to dive into. And so the first thing is we are to get into alignment with the flow of the powerful momentum of this energy around us. You know, there were so much activity on the sun that was happening in the sun today. You know, NASA has been putting out so many reports and, the Kuman resonance, the vibration and frequency on the planet. So many downloads have been coming in from the sun. I want you to think of that energy, and many of you might have been feeling this, especially when it comes to leveling up your life. Leadership. How are you leading? How are you showing up in your life and being that leader for yourself in your life? So, we're going to be using this powerful energy and this momentum for us around here. I want you to think of it kind of like a cosmic blast. It's designed to break old cycles. So that's what you've been doing today, consciously or unconsciously. You are breaking old cycles today. So I want you to think about this. Today, the focus is, and this is going to go for 24 hours until we get the second day challenge, is clarity and visioning. You want clarity and you want to be able to visualize. You want to be able to visualize things. So we're using clarity and visualization, these two things. So I want you to think of this. We're kicking this off with a crystal clear vision. I want you to think about it. It's almost like you have a pen and a piece of paper and you're designing your blueprint. That's what you're doing. You're actually designing your blueprint because you're getting that clarity. And the clarity is this blast. So, what I want you to do on a piece of paper is to draw a sun. Draw a sun. And you can make it as elementary or as complicated as you want, but you're going to draw a sun. So that's a circle, and you're going to have the sun rays in the sun. And on that sun rays, I want you to write 12 sun rays. So you just need to have 12 rays in your sun. 12. Now, each one of those sun rays is going to symbolize what area of your life you need to level up in. Now, in contrast to the sun rays, here's what I want you to be thinking about before you write the sun rays. I want you to think about and take this in. I really want you to think about what area of your life that you need to break out of a cycle. It's an old cycle. It's a cycle that you know is not healthy for you. So I want you to think of it this way. If you know a cycle you need to break out of is constantly worrying about money, write that on the side, not on your sun ray, but write that somewhere on your sun, on the paper. If an old cycle you want to get out of is staying up too late and then being exhausted the next day, I want you to write that down. If a cycle you have is always second guessing yourself, I want you to write down on the side of the piece of paper, second guessing myself, right? If another cycle that you want to break, you want to break this old pattern, this old cycle, no matter what it is, no matter how small it is, no matter how big it is, I want you to write it down. If it's constantly people pleasing, if it's not being able to trust my own intuition, whatever that is, I want you to get real. I want you to get honest. And I want you to be authentic with yourself and write this down. Because by writing this down, this is what the energy of this momentum of breaking these old patterns, these old behaviors, you're going to use the momentum, this energy. And I know you can feel the energy on the planet, these sun rays to burst through these old patterns, these old habits. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to write the action that you want to level up from. So, for instance, if the action you want to level up from is people pleasing, right? Then the action you're going to write on that sun ray that is going to sort of blast that away, that energy, that pattern, is you're going to write that I love and I cherish myself first. That is going to replace the people pleasing, because often we are doing things people pleasing because we're trying to get the attention, the like, the favor, the connection of others. And if you transmute that energy into focusing back on you and knowing you're enough, you don't have to people please. People will connect with you. So you're going to have 12 rays on your sun that you're drawing. You're going to draw a sun and you're going to have 12 rays. And these are going to be the 12 rays that you're going to be leveling up. This is for day one because we seek to get clarity and we're going to be visualizing here. So this was just the first step in day one. We're kicking this off with a crystal clear vision because in order for us to level up, we have to have a clear vision. And these new 12 rays is going to be where you level up in the game of life. This is how you're going to level up in the days of life. All right. All right. So now that you have that, once you write everything down in your 12 rays, you have everything that you're releasing, the 12, and you have what you're replacing. Always remember this. Whenever you're doing any kind of work, internal work, any kind of self-love work, shadow work, whatever you choose to call it, any kind of healing work, any kind of transformative, transformational work, whenever you take something out, you have to put something of equal or higher value in its place. If you don't, you're going to naturally default back to your old habits and your old patterns. Got it? All right. So now what you're going to do after that, I want you to take a few deep breaths in. You're going to do this on your own time. I'm just giving instructions here. So if you didn't catch the instructions, you can always go back, download, and hit the replay. You'll be able to replay. You're just going to sit in a comfortable position, place your feet flat on the ground, make sure you have your spine nice and straight. As my mother would say, roll your shoulders back. Sit up straight, and you're just going to breathe, taking nice deep breaths in through your nose, letting it out slow through your mouth. The reason you're doing this is because you're sending a message to your nervous system to relax, to calm down. If you're in a state of fight or flight, which isn't always so easy to determine if you're in a state of fight or flight. If there is something you're worried about, if you have thoughts that are constantly looping in your mind, if you feel like you have too many things to accomplish in the day and it's difficult for you to finish them. And on the reverse side, you can be in the state of fight or flight, right? If you are totally disconnected from yourself and everyone, that is still a state of fight and flight. And so, even though you have disconnected yourself from it, the body still is moving on that energy. So, we want to be nice, we want to be grounded, and we want to be filled with light. So, you're going to take those deep breaths in through your nose, hold it for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, and then slowly release it out of your mouth. You are releasing any kind of stress. You're releasing overthinking. You're releasing anything that needs to be released. But I don't even want you to focus on what you're releasing. I want you to focus on when you're breathing in, because it is when you're breathing in that you are taking in high vibrational energy. You're taking that in, and it is replacing the lower energy or the heavy energy that is within, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So after you have done that, I want you to imagine your mind becoming like a crystal skull. A crystal skull. I wish can show you guys. I actually have about 3 crystal skulls, but I want you to imagine your mind becoming a crystal skull. And whatever you have to do, if you have a clear quartz crystal, you can actually hold that in your hand while you're doing this exercise. But I want you to just visualize your mind becoming a crystal skull. What that's going to do is it's going to open up and expand your consciousness and your awareness. It's going to clear any thoughts that is not in your greatest and your highest good. And then after you have visualized your mind becoming a crystal, a pure crystal, I want you to go back and look at your 12 sun rays. And I want you to repeat those 12 sun rays to yourself. Repeat them once out loud, and then once with your eyes closed, focusing on your crystal skull. This is going to help you infuse this into your subconscious mind and all of your subatomic particles that's in your body. And you're visualizing this. You're visualizing all of this energy inside of you. Inside of your crystal skull, you are going to be amazed at how this begins to start transforming your life instantly. And so the other thing that I want us to add to this, I know this is a lot, but you can do this. We're talking about being at a new level, and what does a new level look like, and what does a new level of you feel like? And I want you to know what a new level of you sounds like. I want you to know what it looks like and what it feels like. I want you to sit quietly after you've done your 12 rays, and I want you to ask yourself this question, because you are asking your higher self this question, and that is, what am I doing? Ask yourself that question, and what you should hear in your own authentic voice and your own authentic language, that may be very different for all of us, but you're going to hear your version of what leveling up is for you. And then the next thing I want you to ask, who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? And when I say becoming, I'm not talking about 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 50 days from now. When you do it in this way that I'm giving it to you from the Oracle Guides, it's who you are becoming within the next minute. within the next minute, within the next minute of you asking that question. And then next, after you ask that question, I want you to jot this down. Remember, if you're just joining us, welcome on in, but you can always go back and listen to the replay to get all of the juicy, gorgeous details. After you ask, who am I becoming? Because you're asking this question to your higher self. You're not throwing it out into the ethers or the astral realm. You're asking your higher self to confirm what your heart and soul already knows to be true. And then I want you to ask this question because this is instantly going to ground you. What's around me? Because now it's bringing your focus back to earth, right? Because this is where we all reside, back to earth. What's around you? And I want you to notice all of the things that are sticking out, that is coming to you, that's letting you know what is around you. Is it a desk? Is it a chair? Is it a couch? It is a bed? Is it a light? What is around you? And I want you to notice every detail, because what we're doing is you are training your mind to level up and to keep you grounded at the same time. So it's very important that you don't skip any of these questions and you do them in this way, because it's going to keep you grounded while you're still leveling up and expanding your consciousness. Now, this is what I want you to do, because it's going to let you get into feeling what upgrading your life is like. And you're also going to be able to hear what that's like. And then I want you to take about 2 or 3 minutes to hold that vision of what you've seen, what you notice, what you're sensing, what you're feeling while you're asking these questions, while you're going through this complete exercise of day 1 of leveling up the game of life. I want you to also notice when you can feel the uplifting of your emotions as they begin to rise up. Now, if you see yourself when you're doing this as calm, as confident, I want you to commit to taking at least 5 minutes to focus on whatever came out of you doing this activation of leveling up. If you've seen yourself organized, neat, and if you've seen your place in a different, in a different space, a different time, I want you to see if you visualize yourself communicating different, talking different, doing a different work. I want you to take 5 minutes before you end day 1 of this challenge. And you can do this at any time that you come across this. If this is on your timeline, this is for you. I want you to spend 5 minutes, commit 5 minutes to quiet time of focusing on this feeling and holding this vision. And then take time to write down what you experience for yourself. And then I want you to come back to this post and I want you to report back. I want you to come back to the Oracle's Guides here and give us an Oracle report on you going through day 1, because this is going to make your commitment to the level of challenge even stronger. My guides taught me these steps, and I know what you all are thinking. These are simple steps. Are you sure it's going to work? Listen, try it out because we're getting receipts here. And if you don't know what we're talking about, any of this, I want you to check out the show that we did yesterday on the channel and take a listen to that and then come back and do the challenge because you're going to see great transformation even for the rest of your morning, your night, your afternoon, or evening that you are here. So, I'm excited for us to go through this challenge. Today, you are going to be planting your seeds for your vision. Remember, you are leveling up and it happens in layers. We're going to be taking these small steps, step by step by step by step. Let us create a positive wave together. We can do this as a soul group. And I want to invite you all to comment for us to build a very supportive space for all of us to come together to continue. I will see you all back here tomorrow so that we can continue. Let's get those likes up. Share this with somebody. How about share it with one or two or three of your friends who you know is ready to take on the game of life and level up their life in every single area. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I love you all. Peace and love. Ciao. I will see you tomorrow in the Level Up Challenge, the game of life. Peace and love. Ciao.